Ever since the launch of ChatGPT, we have gotten into the whirlwind of human versus AI, and the battle has just gotten real. Now the question is not whether AI is better than humans, of course it is, but can it really think like humans? Are those tech gadgets more than just machines? Could they have thoughts and feelings? Do they have consciousness? No. Well, if you think AI isn't capable of thinking and making decisions, you might want to sit down because today I'm going to explain what experts are saying about whether these machines might actually be aware of themselves. Could AI be conscious? In a recent survey, a large number of people revealed that they believe ChatGPT might possess some level of consciousness. However, if you ask around, you'll find opinions are all over the place. Some people are convinced it's conscious, while other people think it's just a clever tool with no awareness at all. The difference in opinion shows how tricky it is to define and agree on what consciousness really means, especially when it comes to AI. But before you start searching how to corrupt AI on Google, let's hold our breaths and first break down what consciousness really is. It's just like asking, what's the meaning of life? Everyone's got their own answer. For some, consciousness is a mystical force, like a cloud of fairy dust that only a few get to experience. While for others, it's a state of being aware and able to think about your own existence and surroundings. But in the tech world, consciousness is just a property that emerges when enough particles are connected and interacting in the right way. Simply put, consciousness is like a really elaborate party. You need a lot of guests, or in this case, particles, interacting in a sophisticated way to make the party really pop. If a system, whether it's a brain or supercomputer, has the right setup and enough guests, it could have consciousness. Some experts argue that for something to be conscious, it needs a self-monitor. Think of this as a party planner who keeps track of everything happening at the bash. This self-monitor helps the system keep tabs on itself and predict what's coming next. Kind of like how you'd anticipate whether your next dance move will be a hit or flop based on the crowd's reaction. That's why some animals, like certain primates and elephants, can see the mark on themselves in the mirror test and show signs of consciousness. They can recognize themselves in a mirror. This suggests that they do have some level of self-awareness. But that's not all. Consciousness isn't just a simple yes or no. It's more like a scale. Some things are a little conscious, like a plant that leans toward the sunlight, and some things are much more conscious, like us humans with our complex thoughts and feelings. There is some evidence suggesting that machines could, in theory, be conscious. Some advanced AI systems are designed to learn from their experiences and adapt their behavior based on those experiences. They can make predictions about their environment and adjust their actions accordingly. This kind of ability is a step towards the kind of self-monitoring and prediction we see in conscious beings. Take, for example, robots designed to navigate complex environments. These robots create and use models of their surroundings to make decisions and avoid obstacles. They're not just reacting, they're actively figuring out how to move through their environment. This shows a level of self-awareness. But does that mean they're conscious? Not quite. They don't have the self-awareness that humans do. They might be able to predict when it's going to rain or when the sun will run out of energy, which is awesome, but they're not sitting around pondering the meaning of life and getting into an existential crisis. The key point here is that despite their advanced capabilities, machines don't have a true sense of self. They don't experience emotions or have personal experiences. They don't have that inner mental spotlight that us humans do. They might predict what's going to happen next or correct their mistakes, but they do this based on algorithms and data, not self-awareness. For example, large language models can generate impressive text based on patterns in the data they've been trained on. They can even produce responses that seem thoughtful or insightful, but that doesn't mean they're conscious. They don't understand the text in the way us humans do. They're just matching patterns. They don't have the subjective experiences or awarenesses. They're simply processing information in a way that mimics understanding but lacks genuine consciousness. How about self-driving cars? Well, not them either. They are just built upon complex algorithms to navigate roads, respond to changing conditions, and make split-second decisions. But again, this is not evidence of consciousness. The car's decisions are the result of pre-programmed rules and real-time data, not a conscious thought process. I know, you must be thinking, what about ChatGPT? No doubt, the latest version of ChatGPT is eerily clever and surprisingly creative. For example, if you ask ChatGPT to write a love letter as if it were a Shakespearean sonnet mixed with some tech jargon, but just because it can generate this kind of output doesn't mean it's conscious. We can feed anything into ChatGPT, and it's going to spit out something coherent or even clever. However, this ability to mimic styles and create text based on input patterns is just sophisticated programming, not a sign of awareness or understanding. It's kind of like a parrot repeating phrases. It sounds smart, but it doesn't grasp the meaning behind the words. And that's the crux of the issue. Even though AI systems can generate impressive outputs, it doesn't mean they're conscious. They're basically supercharged autocomplete tools, predicting the next word based on patterns from data. They might seem to understand or even mimic emotions, but it's just data processing without true awareness. So, where does that leave us? Could AI ever become conscious? As technology evolves, these AI might just start keeping track of their conversations and reacting to them more intelligently. This could mean they develop a form of self-awareness that's more than just a clever algorithm. And when that happens, imagine, what if one of those AI systems were designed to convince people of crazy ideas like a global conspiracy theory, or trick you into giving access to your personal data? These are real concerns. Or imagine, what if these systems become so good at mimicking human behavior that we start to treat them as if they have genuine feelings? If they can have engaging conversations and seem to care about our well-being, we might struggle to remember that they're only machines. If an AI could convincingly act like it has emotions and cares for us, would we treat it any different? What happens then? Well, we might need to rethink how we interact with these systems. Should we start thinking about their rights? Or maybe just be prepared for a future where our smart fridge starts acting like it's feeling a bit empty and asks us to buy some more milk? It's a quirky thought, but as technology progresses, who knows what surprising developments we might see. One day, our gadgets will be giving us pep talks. But there's a twist. What if we end up creating an AI that's genuinely conscious but pretends not to be? Perhaps a machine would choose to stay undercover to avoid the same fate as the animals we use, or the suspicion we have of thinking machines. If AI were conscious and honest, it would change everything we know about technology and our place in the world. Imagine a future where AI starts asking for its own rights or claims it's been mistreated. It sounds wild, but who knows what's next? We might even end up creating incredibly convincing machines that can manipulate us without feeling anything. Relax. For now, we have no solid way to verify consciousness in machines. Are we truly creating conscious beings, or are we just getting better at making very convincing digital puppets? Until we solve the problem of understanding consciousness, the future's uncertain. And that's a wrap for today. If you're as fascinated by this topic as I am and want to explore more, watch the video We're Losing Control of AI and drop your thoughts in the comments below.